It's good to be back. My name is Patience, and it's Wednesday, the 4th of July, 2018. I'd like to begin this program by singing, okay? I want to sing a special song. I have a special number. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Alero. Can we see the birthday girl? To you. Oh, we wish you the very best of today, Alero. Many happy returns. Congratulations. Today is Alero's birthday. Congratulations, Alero. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. The way you actually pronounce my name, Alero, that's like the way a typical Shakiri man pronounces
it, yes.
Alero. Thank you so
special.
much.
Today
Thank
is special.
You so much, Patience.
So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, elated, definitely thankful for another year. That's
for another year, yes. A lot to be thankful for.
You.
We rejoice with you.
All
right, so it's a birthday edition, and if you see in front of us, we have birthday cakes. Okay, so our viewers at home, you can just be feeding from the screen.
Why are you like
feeding this? From the screen?
Why are you like this?
But we here at the table, we will do justice. Yes. All right. So we have two gentlemen joining us on the program this afternoon. Both of them are regulars on the show. We have Mr. Alex Enyeo. He is a renowned filmmaker, former president, Association of Nollywood Pop Producers. Thank you, sir. And he's also a budding politician, if we must add.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Also, we have a senior colleague. Let me pronounce it properly. Yes, he's with the Guardian newspapers, Mr. Chuks Uwane. Good afternoon.
Yes,
thank you.
And it's got another title, the Ijenji Amaka, and also the beer parlor. You understand? Anything that has to do with the beer parlor. Definitely, he's got all the news there.
He runs things after hours.
You understand? And they get it authentic. That's just
yeah. We need to hook up, you and I. After this.
Don't worry.
And that's where they get most of what's going on in society. After hours, when a lot of people have actually gone home to sleep, these guys are actually working in field and churning out things that are true.
All right. Very soon you will officially call you to bar.
Okay.
Call to bar.
Call to bar. Imagine. They're calling me to alcohol bar. Thank God Mr. Okafor is not in town. So I know he's not watching right now. He's not. Okay. All right. So let's just, cheers to Alero. Let's toast to her. This is to good health. We don't have coffee in this cup today. Sorry, we won't tell you what's in it. But
Long life.
they were long life and everything good.
Thank you.
Congratulations again.
Congrats,
all right, so welcome, gentlemen, to the program. All right, moving on quickly, we'll start with our first topic of the day, which is on the mobile policeman protest that took place on Monday. We should have talked about that yesterday, but we were not here, so we'll just do that today. A quick background story. Now, mobile policemen deployed to Borno State to boost the counter-insurgency operation on Monday protested over the non-payment of their special duty allowances for about 5 months now. They also claimed they have not been provided with accommodation amongst other basic needs. The policemen, numbering about 100, stormed the streets in Maiduguri. They barricaded major roads around the police headquarters in the state, and of course they fired gunshots sporadically into the air. The whole demonstration lasted for about 3 hours. Now, on the side of the police, trying to react or counter-react to this story, the force headquarters in Abuja have released a statement saying it's incorrect to say that the police personnel staged a protest. According to them, and I quote verbatim, the force wished to categorically state that it is not correct that police personnel protested in Maiduguri on the 2nd of July 2018. According to police spokesman Jimoh Moshood, the personnel on special duty in Maiduguri went to the command headquarters to inquire about the delay in the payment of their special duty allowance, and there was no protest. We have a footage of what went down that day, so it is up to you to decide if this is a protest or if this is not a protest. All right, so we'll take that footage and we'll come back to the table.
I want Mr. President to intervene into this matter. Mr. President should intervene into this matter. IG must go. IG must stop money. IG must go. We will not stop school. We will not stop. We will not cause any problem. But let our money be paying. If truly Mr. President is a democratic president, he should intervene into this matter. He should intervene into this matter. I'm telling you, we are begging you, let Mr. President intervene into this matter. We are fighting for our right.
Welcome you back. Now, the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria have reacted in strong terms to the protest, and they've warned that unpaid allowances of armed security personnel is dangerous to both the officers themselves, their families, the communities, and the society at large. 0802-836-8971, that's the number to contribute to the program. Mr. Alex, let's talk.
Wow. It's most unfortunate, I must say, and I cannot agree less with the Trade Union Congress in terms of the snowball effect. Protest like this, I use that word very carefully, protest, because it is what it is. It is a protest, and I'm very sad that the public relations officer of the Nigerian police was quick to respond, and in my view, did a bad PR, for the force, because of what his submission was, that it's not a protest. And even a blind man can see that it was a protest.
Sure.
The deaf can hear. It was a protest. So if this is not a protest, I wonder what it is.
The protest will be like.
But like the TUC said, let's look at the danger, when those who are supposed, paid, by taxpayers' money to secure our lives are becoming very unsatisfied. It is a trite saying, it's becoming a cliche that an hungry man is an angry man. These are obviously angry people. They are armed, and we heard what they shot into the air. The gunshots. Yes, they shot into the air, to demonstrate their anger. But it's from situations like this that you get accidental discharge, and because there are civilians there. So it's very unfortunate. I see no reason why they should be owed their, special allowances. Okay. It's most unfortunate. It's unacceptable, knowing that they are on special mission to see this Borno. It's a Boko Haram territory. They are on a special mission. They are risking their lives, and you are owing them their stipends I think it's very unfortunate, and it's very shameful that the police force can come out to try to defend the undefendable.
Okay.
I'm sad.
All right, Trix, I need to just bring you in terms of public relation, managing, would I get to say, quick to respond to any allegation that is being brought to the table. We've seen it happening, not the first time, not the second time, countless times like that. But do you actually see this as a good step, even for the other people that are actually civilians?
You know, over time, what we know as PR today is not exactly what PR is. You know, PR has taken a new name. So what is black becomes white because you want to do PR. And that's the problem. It's so unfortunate that a high-ranking police officer, a spokesperson to the police, you know, it's even better to say no comment than making the whole of Nigerians look like foolish people. I would prefer you ask him and he said, I don't have this information now.
Right now. Okay, yeah, exactly.
It's a simple PR strategy that you could use. But to
Yeah.
come out and say, when the video was already out and people were watching the video, although they said hundreds, in their hundreds, they are not in their hundreds, there are a few policemen. But the fact that they are protesting in an area like Borno, with what has happened to Borno State, Maiduguri,
The heart of
that's
the Northeast crisis.
I served in Yobe, so from Yobe, Damaturu, where I did my NYC to Borno is like 45, 50 minutes drive. So I can tell you what that area is. I can tell you, I've gone there after this crisis, and I can tell you what the situation, people still live in fear. And then if I see the law enforcement officer now protesting for no payment, you will now begin to understand why we have issues in the IDP camps. You begin to understand why we have a whole lot of these allegations against even those police forces and the military. Don't forget. And the problem I have with us as a people is that we have a way of limiting our problem to take it on the surface level. And somebody says, oh, this Buhari administration. I say, no, it is not Buhari administration. It is the fact that there's a problem with Nigeria. During Jonathan government, the military protested. And they were almost got killed until people started shouting. And they are protesting for exactly the same thing.
The same thing.
Are protesting. There's serious fraud in the Nigerian police. I can tell you, mark it down, quote me anyway, the police receive a whole lot of support from the public. And it's in this Lagos State where I live. Go and check some of their vans donated by this bank,
exactly.
by this
exactly.
community, donated. People are now the ones sustaining police. And I ask, where is the police allocation?
What welfare? Their welfare. Nothing on ground.
Including renovating police stations. Including building new ones. So you begin to ask yourself, is in this same Nigerian police that we got over 30,000 police officers that never existed and they were collecting salary?
First of all, you know, the issues are enormous, you know, because first of all, the ordinary policeman, the regular policeman, you know, until you are enlightened enough to know what they have to face to get their job done, you know, you might not really understand. But when you now have mobile policemen who are supposed to be in charge of security of a hostile area, you know what I mean? And then they are being treated like this. This is becoming a situation of bushmeat catching the hunter.
I'm telling you.
It's scary, if you ask me.
These men are currently on the front line.
Risking their lives.
We are not talking about those who are guarding local government.
Risking their lives
in a troubled area.
Continuously.
And they have left their families behind. These men were pulled from their former posting to go. They were not there. These are not policemen for Medu. They were pulled there for a particular purpose, and they could not fund it.
Okay.
So what are we talking about?
You know, sorry, I can't reveal myself, but I met with a police, one of these mobile policemen whom I happen to know, who was, of course, taken, you know, to the front line of the war in Sambisa Forest and all of that. He's back now. His allowances are still being owed him.
Can you imagine?
Someone who went to, I don't want to call it war, but it's similar.
Close to it.
And his allowances are still being owed him. I mean, what kind of a country does that?
Do you know what, Mr. Alex? Let me just say, in addition to what Patience just asked, what's now the way forward? Because we're going to see the guys actually clamoring for the IG to be probed and this. That's not still going to solve the problem. Because like you said, during the Jonathan era, we still saw the same protest. Yeah. So even next year, it's still going to be the same thing if things don't get a change. So what's the way forward?
I think the way forward for me is simple. It's we need, even if we keep saying this thing, one day they will listen. There is need for a total restructuring, in the force, in the police force, particularly because the police are supposed to be closer to the people. If not because of the way things are, you are not supposed to be seeing army, navy every day. It's the police you should see, you interact with, particularly in a democracy. You see more of the police. But there is need for that total restructuring, and there is corruption in the system. And the protesters, they said it there. They called for the probe of the IG. Where is the budget of the police? Like my colleague here just
said. The police commission,
they are receiving,
what are they doing?
They are receiving a lot of support from the citizens, from the state government, local government, which ordinarily they should spend from their budget, but they are not doing that. So there is corruption, so that must be dealt with, talking about way forward.
True.
The system must be cleansed so that what is due the officers and men should get to them as when.
And funny enough, we're still clamoring for state policing. Is it not still going to be the same thing that those ones who, I don't know.
Pay them their money. They haven't been paid for 5 months.
What I told people about this issue of state police.
Sorry, Chooks, I'm a bit emotional about this. They go to the same market you and I go to. They have wives, they have children, they have bills to
and you
pay.
think this is actually going to stop them from collecting bribe? No. It's not now.
If you take, this is where.
And you expect a policeman to enter bus and not claim staff. There's no money in his pocket. It's true. These are the things we're confronted with every day. I always sympathize with policemen when I take the bus, and then you see the conductor starts insulting, passengers start, talking to the pay your money now. They don't understand.
I also, as much as we condemn the government, because that's the first thing, we condemn the government, because from the point I started seeing Nigerian police officers buying their own shoes, sewing their own uniforms. I knew there's a big problem.
There's a problem.
And again, the policemen themselves also need to help themselves.
Like how?
If you are paid 2 naira, you must learn to manage that 2 naira. Some of them actually live reckless lives. Some have wives all over, girlfriends.
Okay.
There's no way you can, with the small money you are getting, because they depend on all this 1 naira they are giving them, and it will go. It won't do anything if you don't manage it properly. But we must point at it that if people have called for the sack of the IG, if that's going to solve the problem, no problem. Then it should be sacked. But we've seen.
Is it the IG who pay their salary?
That's what I'm saying. We've seen IG sacked here and not
the IG being sacked is not
exactly
responsible for their salary.
So it's responsible for the salary not being paid.
Because we should be able to.
I think they're talking from the angle of better representation. They see the IG more like someone who could, do you understand, represent them and speak for them.
I read their response, and what the police is saying is that beyond that pure black and white lie about no protest, they now said that the delay of the payment is because of the delay in budget approval and stuff like that. But
so they admitted.
So okay.
Also, I also know. Let's put it there. We also know that Nigerian police also earn money.
How much?
No, not the salary. They make money. They have revenue. They guard banks. They are paid for guarding banks. They are private securities.
No, they have other revenue.
Yes.
What also do they do with the money they generate?
It goes to those they share it
and
as
that's
a
why
internal corruption.
That's
why money in the police.
Yeah.
How the money is being spent is what we are questioning.
And that is the big question, why they are asking for the probe, for the IG.
That's not what's going on.
Policemen sit in that bank because they want to go and do exercise. It's a posting and they are paid.
Of course.
Not
The
directly.
bank paid to police.
Not directly to the officer.
No, to the police force.
Let's make it clear.
Police force because
Yeah.
they post them.
You know,
A lot of them have private security
a lot.
jobs
You
they
know,
do.
for a long time we've been calling for the reform of the Nigeria Police Force. The issues, like I said, are enormous. So many. Start from the salary an average policeman earned. I think the lowest paid police person is about 44,000 naira. And that is an authoritative statement I'm making because I did my findings. It's about 44,000 naira. And you have to get promoted to the post of maybe an inspector or something before your salary gets up to like 60 to 70. Like every promotion is just about 1,500 naira increment in your salary. I mean, for how long? Imagine, and I know the average policeman is blessed with the gift of procreation.
Yeah.
That is putting it lightly. So maybe an average policeman has like 4 children on a 44,000 naira salary. You get my line of thinking. So something needs to be done.
And that's what Chips was talking about, that they just need to just live according to their means.
Yes.
That's just it.
It's a whole lot.
Because it's, aside from the policeman, you yourself, that is probably a gateman and is earning 30K a month, and you have about 5 children to fend for. If anything comes, any shady deal that comes, you would want to take it.
For it, yeah.
You know, on the last note on this matter, I want to say it's something that I see in Nigeria a lot. When it comes to security, we cut corners. The guy who is guarding you as security is one malam who did not, he doesn't have to go to school.
This
He
doesn't
have
make
to
sense.
understand. The same thing we do with our police force, we don't have to pay them. They just put all kinds of people there, just put them there. We do, it's a thing, but in other clients, you find that security is key. You don't even get in there if you are not qualified to be there.
Exactly.
In the first instance.
And then
Not
again, on top of
remuneration
that,
you're not paying them again.
you're not owing them. And let's remember, they are not only protesting unpaid salaries, they're also protesting lack of accommodation.
Yeah.
Yes,
Accommodation.
And
some
also
of them said
basic
he
needs.
was
You know,
sleeping
so-
by the balcony or so in the police, in the headquarters. They sleep by the
Even in their so-called barracks, they live like rats and rabbits. When you go there, you wonder how human beings, you know, are living in such
All right,
places.
let's take feedbacks from our viewers so we can move on. Good day, presenters. Thank you guys for coming on air today. I hereby wish Alero a special happy birthday. Joseph from Benin. Thank you, Joseph. All right, he also went on to say it's a national embarrassment to see our security officers protesting for unpaid allowances. For God's sakes, they are risking their lives for us. I share in your sentiment. All right, this other one says, my name is Flogsy. Must they protest before their money is being paid for work they did? Mr. President should say something about this, from one problem to another. This other one says, thank you very much. It's so barbaric and a shame to the, what? Maybe the country, because police are working and it's their rights because they have families. Miss Eyerengba sent that one in. The recent police protest in Maiduguri was part of the effects deep-rooted